Okay. It's recording. It says it's recording. Cool. Cool. All right, everyone got their sound up?
Damn it! Sorry, I hit the freaking record button. I am ready. I stopped it. I'm sorry.
Stupid
Okay.
microphone went down again, so there's that.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, record in 3, 2, go. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 136, where we will be wrapping up Clockwork Princess. I'm Kristen.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Amanda. I'm sad.
Boo.
Yeah.
This is our 6th book, you guys.
I mean, it has been like 2.5 years, so.
I got a memory.
Fair enough.
No, that's a lie. It did not happen. I remember taking a picture of the book cover with the Halloween stuff that I got from Fred Meyer.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, have we really been on this book for a year? Has it been a year? Yes, absolutely. We did have a hiatus.
Uh-huh.
From the use.
We've been on this book for a year?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because we had to take a break when Olivia was born.
But we were in Clockwork Prince then.
Were we?
Yeah, but Olivia was born in October.
Yeah.
Robin, check your memories, okay?
Listen, I can.
Download
Do you know
them to
why?
your brain.
Yeah.
Do you know why? I can look at the Instagram.
When was I?
And we don't post ever. So
so it's really easy to find.
Like literally ever. Okay, so I lied. We started Clockwork Princess in March, but we were in Clockwork Prince in October. So that's
Right.
how fast. Or we just posted it way late because that's also on brand.
I think so, yeah. A little bit. I don't think way late.
I mean, you never know.
It's fine.
Maybe. But
we'll never know.
That's crazy. This was a really fucking long book.
I mean, it felt great to me. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Well, the Dark Artifices series is even longer.
Okay, I'm starting that right now.
Ooh.
Right? That's Lady Midnight.
Wait. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We named a pretend cat today. And I asked her how far she had gotten in the book. And she's like,
Yeah, I'm like 4 or 5 chapters in.
We saw a kitten that was all black today. And I mean, it was like a baby, like could fit in the palm of your hand sort of kitten.
Aww.
And I was like, what would you name a black cat? And I was going to say something from the books, but Amanda hasn't gotten there. So
I had nothing to add except for something basic like Shadow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cute.
I mean, yeah.
Where did you
find
want
something stupid?
Did you find this kitten or was this somebody's kitten?
It was somebody's cat.
Oh, we were at a customer's house.
I had sandals on because I'm a menace. And I have a lanyard on my keys because I can't find it on my purse. That is why. Mm-hmm. And so I put my keys in my pocket and the lanyard was dragging and the cat came out from under the bed and I felt its little beans on the top of my foot. And it was the cutest thing that's ever happened to me.
So cute.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. I love kitten time. Mm-hmm. We just did the math. Wednesday's 3. Can't believe it.
So cute.
She's the same age as my kid.
We got her for Christmas right before the pandemic.
I got him for Valentine's Day. Lincoln, I mean.
And you got Olivia for Halloween.
I did.
Love it. I got my child in March. March Madness?
Spring break.
Yeah, there you go.
Spring break.
I don't know.
Crazy.
When's the equinox?
Crazy.
I went to spring break and all I got was a kid.
Right. I mean, you're gonna be up all night anyway. You might as well have a baby.
Dude, she is like, I can't. She's in high school. Like she stayed after school today because she's on crew for the theater department. And so she's like, it's every Tuesday and Thursday. And she's like, Mom, don't worry, I'm only in 3 clubs. I'm like, okay.
She's like, dang, participating in life.
Awesome.
I know. Oh, well, I'm like, I wasn't in any clubs. By the time I got to high school, I had way better things to do with my time.
I wouldn't say mine were better, but I had other things to do.
I thought they were better.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really happy that she's, into it. She's into high school, so it's cool.
Like Robin's kid is playing soccer and she's like really into it.
Uh-huh.
Who's into something you have to run for, like for fun?
There's nobody chasing you,
right?
No zombies. Right? Your life is not in danger.
Yeah, I'm confused. There's no chocolate at the end of the rainbow.
Who's been
for me, it would
2
be
hours
chips.
extra of practice every week.
Fun times.
Train man.
Crazy. I'm excited for this episode mostly because I didn't have to do any homework.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
it's
felt
like
off.
Us. Like, I know, me too.
Forgetting to do something.
Yep. That's why I had so much time to do my hair, because I usually wait until the last minute to write my script. Yeah. And so I usually time it so I finish right before we start recording.
Awesome. Well, then it's fresh.
Yeah. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
Although I am very happy that we were recording in video in real time. Because it forced me to clean up my depression laundry pile.
Dude.
I was like, it gave me a reason to do it, because I can't just do it. That's not a thing in my life.
Okay.
Amanda's
I have to have a reason to do it.
I know. Can I come do your laundry?
Yeah. Well, seriously, when my house gets messy to the point where I'm like, I need to clean this house, I invite people over, so I force myself to clean the house. Mm-hmm. That's who I am as a person.
That's awesome.
Does anyone have anything before we get started with some questions?
I don't think I do.
No? All right, well, let's jump right into it. This first set of questions is from Bunny Chaos on the Instagram. The first question is, what is your favorite sibling duo? Gabriel and Gideon, Will and Cecily, or Alex and Isabel? My
Who's
favorite
going first?
Sibling duo is Grace and Claire, or Jason Clary, personally. But
oh my gosh. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, look. I feel like it's Alec and Isabel because we have them more together. But I feel like if we would have had more Will and Cecily, I think that.
Preach.
I like their dynamic together the best.
Same.
Yes.
But it's on such a short amount of time that I feel like I'm obligated to say Alec and Isabel.
And honestly, Alec and Isabel's relationship feels too mature for me to pick as my favorite. They have a healthy, balanced relationship where they respect and love each other, and
right. I tell my brother he's stupid all the time.
Right.
But I love him.
Alec and Jace have more of that sibling back and forth banter, whereas Izzy and Alec are just decent people to each other.
Right. I do like the protectiveness that they have over each other. That to me seems, I was just telling Amanda, my oldest was in big sister mode, picking up my youngest from school, which is and she was up in it. So it kind of reminds me of that, which is cute. But I like Will and Cecily's.
Mm-hmm.
I keep hitting the table and it's loud, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Watch me.
Yeah, I agree. I think mine is Will and Cecily also. But I wish we had more of them.
Yeah. What about you, ma'am?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh.
Did you say?
No, I think I'm gonna stick with Jason Clary.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
I think that was my real answer. I actually really did like them when they were siblings. I was into it.
Okay.
I guess I watched too much Game of Thrones.
It's fair.
Oh, sorry, she.
Okay, next question. I know you all have great love for Luke, and now it seems your fondness for Henry has only grown. So, who's your favorite hubby as of now in the series, Luke or Henry?
Luke.
Yeah, me too. Luke.
I love Luke. I love him so much, but Henry is bae.
Okay.
I am so horny for the absent-minded, mad scientist. I'm all about it.
Hi, Sush.
Hi. Are you gonna say meow? Do you have anything to say about the situation on Kibble? She doesn't. No comment.
You don't feed her kibble. She is too fancy for that.
She is. Fancy garbage cat. Fancy dumpster cat.
Robin, is
Yes.
your volume up?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so you both said Luke. I said Henry. Okay. So if
do you have any reason back your evidence?
Right. Do you have receipts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that with Luke, I got to I feel like I connected with him more, which is weird because there were the same amount of books, right? But but I don't know. Henry was made fun of a little bit more and stuff, and more in like a best friend, love him sort of thing. But Luke, I'm like, Daddy Luke.
Daddy.
Yeah.
I think that
I could go for a Henry, but
I mean, yeah, obviously. I don't know. I think it was the beginning, that first book, where it was kind of like, oh, you don't like me. Oh, she doesn't like me. He doesn't like me. I was kind of just like,
fair enough. Yeah.
Where I feel like Jocelyn and Luke, it was like, you could tell they both had feelings for each other, but it was very much forbidden because it would open the door to the shadow world.
Right.
And I feel like Luke could murder people better.
I thought you were going to say Luke could pick me up. So
and that. Yep.
Sure. I mean, we saw Henry be a badass when the time called for it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean. Okay. Next question. If Jessamine hadn't been murdered when she returned to the Institute, how do you think her character would have changed? Do you think she would still crave a mundane life, or have finally embraced the Shadowhunter life?
Are these all questions from the same?
Yes.
Okay. You are so organized, and I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
so I feel
that's
bad
what I
for
said.
Asking you, but
thank you.
Okay.
I think that she still probably would have wanted a mundane life, but I think part of that is just her. She would have came back to the Institute at the same age, same time, and I think she has some of that, like a lot of that stubborn teenager, like, I'm right. I'm not going to say that I was wrong, even if I feel like it was wrong. And I'm just going to keep pushing on what I wanted to push on.
Yeah, I think that she probably would have come back and been really fragile for a little while and needed time to heal. And then I think it probably would have turned a little more into anger against the Shadowhunters for doing that to her. Even though, I mean, it seems pretty harsh, but she did do some bad shit.
Right, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, I think she would have like either left or turned against them and again.
I think that she would have, her attitude would have changed towards the people at the Institute, but I think you're right. I think she would have, when she came of age, she would have left it all behind.
Mm-hmm.
I think being in the Silent City just cemented it even more that she did not want this lifestyle. She doesn't want to be caught up in this shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, no,
Don't blame her.
Well,
no,
and I
thank
feel
you.
like if she found maybe like a Shadowhunter love, somebody like a love interest that was a Shadowhunter, and she could be guaranteed where it's like, well, he can go out and do whatever and I can stay home, and she might have done that, but I don't think she would have been in battle.
No.
Yeah.
Or called or anything like that. I don't think that was ever her jam.
No, she really didn't like that.
Uh-huh.
All right, next question. When Gabriel woke up to find blood throughout Chiswick Manor and raced to the London Institute for the gang to then rush to murder Benny the Worm, was that set during the day? Because demons can't be in the sun. And I was curious what you all thought. I'm pretty sure that was in the evening. But it's also like London, where it's like overcast. So are these twilight rules?
Right.
Oh, right. Is it like full sun or is it just daylight out? Is it more like during the daytime?
Right.
I didn't know that rule, so I'd never thought about it.
I'm pretty sure it was like evening time.
I thought it was like it started happening at twilight, like sort of, and then he came over. But I don't know if it explicitly says otherwise.
I just pictured it during the day.
Reading the scene and listening to it. Okay, I listen on the Audible or whatever, discussing it. I completely pictured it bright daylight because it just made more sense and like
because they could see everything.
Exactly.
Which they have night vision runes. I mean, Tessa didn't.
No. It might have been during the day. Well, because otherwise, why would Tatiana and Rupert come to call?
That was kind of my other like.
Yeah.
I imagine them coming up in the.
But I don't know that it's necessarily like a hard and fast rule that no demons can come out in the daytime.
Do you think maybe it depends on the demon?
Maybe.
When did we learn that?
It's how. Sorry, I'm having a moment. Remember when
Remember, Winnie, remember.
Do you remember the hedge witch lady that lived below Jocelyn? Turned into a demon.
And that's
Simon
right.
Shot the arrow through the ceiling, and then it was like,
no, I'm melting.
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember.
And if that's the case, then maybe it's just another plot hole that we just totally missed.
I mean, that would be reasonable, but I imagined my brain was playing everything in broad daylight. Because it's not.
Now that you say that, like, because I'm like, because they were all in the gardens, like there weren't any lights,
right?
And like Tessa looked, Henry and Tessa were in the house, and I feel like they go to Benny's chamber or whatever, and she's able to see through the window what's happening. Right?
In the moonlight.
And she doesn't have a night vision rune that she can use, and I don't think she has dark vision. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
No.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should look at that. I wonder if it's type of demon has a difference. Like, what would happen if a warlock summoned a demon in the sun? Like, so if you just had a demon you didn't like, you could just summon him into a pentagram in the sun and they would just die.
Right.
Interesting.
Although, you could summon demons like that. Yeah.
Robin, you should wiki that while I ask the next question.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Watch me.
Watch me. When Morty tells us his weakness, that his life is tied to the infernal devices, do you think eventually they would have turned on Morty and locked him up?
I don't know.
I have a feeling from Army, the evil demon robot.
Uh-huh.
I have a feeling he had like a plan of like
That's
how
fair.
he was gonna fuck shit up and gain his free will back.
Yeah, like how do you trust a demon? How do you trust a demon like Artemis? That wasn't his name, I know, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I forgot about them becoming demons. Stupid. It was just like the other day.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't listen to the question because I was reading this. So
How dare you?
It's spoilers, but there's a part in another part where there's a part in another book where demons dying from sunlight is exhibited also.
I do remember that there's a part in another book. Yes. I do remember that. And being like, oh, wait, as we were talking about it, but I didn't want to, spoil.
Right. What book is it? I guess it doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
I'm just curious if I've read it.
You have.
You have not.
Oh, has not?
I don't think so.
She's through.
We might be thinking of two different instances. This might be a really big plot hole that we didn't notice. Unless it's Twilight rules. If it's Twilight rules, then
right,
the
maybe
overcast,
it's overcast and the sun's not out.
Right.
Okay, it says like vampires, demons also cannot stand the direct force of sunlight, though they can stand artificial lights with no ill effects. That's on the
direct
wiki.
Sunlight. So
right.
It's like my basil plant. It needs light, but not direct sunlight.
It will bruise.
Okay, so I just read this question. About Morty. I wonder if they would have found a way to separate the tie from Mortmain to themselves.
Uh-huh.
And then murdered him. The demons.
Mm-hmm.
The demons.
Murder.
And I'm assuming, I guess demons aren't like vain. So if the robot body was able to help them be more evil, I don't think they would have mind having metal skin. Because I'm like, maybe they'd want to be their true demon form.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think demons do in their spare time?
Fuck shit up.
Like they just
go
look around.
They're the people that take the sock out of the dryer. They're like, this is really gonna fuck with them.
Yep. They leave you with the lid of the Tupperware or no lid for the Tupperware.
Yes. Absolutely.
And
when your car can't start randomly, demon.
Yep. Damn that demon.
Okay, the next question is from Jillian B. Carr. Now that you've met the past Lightwoods, Fairchilds, and Herondales, can you see any of their traits that have passed on to their present day TMI gang? I.e., do you see any of Charlotte and Clary, or Gideon, Gabriel, or Cecily and Alec and Izzy, or Will and in Jace? Also, looking forward. Oh, we'll get to that one.
I definitely can see Will and Jace 100%. Within the first couple pages, I feel like I noticed that.
Well, especially
fucking Herondale's gonna Herondale.
Yep.
Because although I guess it doesn't specifically say that they're a descendant of each other when you first start reading Clockwork Angel, but you're like, oh, last name, like, come on.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And it's very clear. Like, do everybody have a chip on their shoulder? Like, okay.
For real.
I feel like Clary has some of the attributes of Charlotte, and obviously she looks like she got Henry's hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
right.
That trait comes from Henry. When I always pictured Charlotte with red hair, she does not have red hair, but that is her in my mind.
Huh.
And it's like not a dark red, like your natural hair color. Ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I keep saying ma'am because I keep saying that to my cat, so I'm sorry.
Meow.
And I mean, I guess Alex kind of broody, like Gabriel is in the book.
Well, I mean,
not that they both don't have reasons to be broody.
I think it's safe to say, because Alec has the Herringdale coloring, I think it's safe to say that they are from Cecily and Gabriel's line. I think that's a safe bet.
Right.
Yeah, the dark hair.
Yeah. And the eyes.
But that being said, just because they come from that doesn't mean that they couldn't necessarily have Gideon, because I feel like Alec has more Gideon vibes, and I think that's more to do with being the firstborn.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Gideon, and I'm the firstborn.
I guess it's like his middle name, but like I guess that could have been either
right.
way.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like his parents like grew up with Gideon and would know.
Right.
We just pick a name off the tree, just anywhere on the tree.
That's what my mom did. Yep.
I thought you were named after the queen.
I know. Maybe because the name goes back on both sides of my family. So maybe someone was at some point, because that was a long time she reigned. I was picture reign anyway. Stupid.
Come into my brain with me. Well, and I wonder, like, I mean, it's a stretch, but obviously Clary is like kind of inventing stuff like Henry, like breaking the mold, inventing new things, helping Shadowhunters.
She's also got Henry's blindness to reality.
Right.
And kind of that
for real naive.
And then she's also, I feel like the writing kind of turns a little bit more as TMI unfolds, because we have TID. But it seems like in the first couple, like Clary's very like feminist almost, kind of like standing up and, I'm going to say this and I'm going to do this and I don't care for your rules, or that it's tradition, or that's whatever. And that's kind of like a Charlotte thing too. Not that Charlotte was disrespectful about it, but obviously she's the first female consul. Like she ran the institute before anybody,
Strong, independent woman.
Exactly.
Right.
Strong female lead vibes.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like how what Jocelyn did when she left, I feel like Charlotte would have done that. Like had she married, like Henry was a crazy, like I feel like Charlotte would have done that.
Charlotte was too smart for that. She would never.
Absolutely.
She would never fall for the suave, debonair guy.
Which I just don't.
I don't get it. I would love. I mean, obviously, with the movie, I don't get it. Movie Valentine makes no sense, even though the actor in many, many things has been delightful.
Yes.
But I can't help but I would laugh straight in his face.
It makes you wonder if the people that do casting actually read the books and
Absolutely not.
listen to people. It's like, what was that they were casting? Oh, it was for 50 Shades of Grey, and they were casting the dude from Sons of Anarchy. What's his face? And all the fans were like, no, it doesn't fit. No, don't like him. And then he decided to drop out because so many people were saying no about it. It was sad. But I'm surprised that didn't happen with this, because that was such a bad option.
I mean,
I think it would have been fine if he would have been like, if the styling wasn't so wrong.
That's fair. Yeah.
He didn't look like a pirate.
Yes.
I know he has to echo meeting, but
like they're like, just make him have white hair. I don't like, that's the one thing that I don't get either. Like, you can wear a wig, you could dye your hair, you can, do whatever. That's very like,
it's a very easy fix.
Teens. He could have had bleach blonde hair.
Yeah. But to have like the color, I don't know. I just plus to me, he looked very comical, and Valentine to me is always like this. I imagine him like the tarot cards. how Cassandra Jean does the tarot. Like that's a good picture of him in my brain. So where I thought the actor in the TV show fit him, like he acted like him better. He did a very good job acting as him. He also didn't look like him, but it didn't bother me as much because his demeanor and the way he talked and stuff was very
and presented himself. Yeah.
This is very much Valentine. So that, although like it didn't look like him either, it still was a better fit. Yeah, because it wasn't over
Jonathan Rhys Meyers very much chewed up Valentine, that character of Valentine, in the most melodramatic way. Like it was.
I just okay. Obviously, this is not. We can do this all the time. Always go over this TV but I just like you had it in the like the palm of your hand.
And they had a budget. Like it was so perfect, and it would have been big. It was like right at the right time where all of those franchises were blowing up, and they just shit the bed.
It's got to be so disappointing for Cassandra Clare.
She has a blog post about it on her website.
Oh,
basically.
really?
It's like I had no creative control. Like, you know, it wasn't like
I don't blame her. Wasn't me.
She who must not be named.
Things are done.
That wrote those Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
Has complete creative control. Like so much down to the T that you can't buy two things together in a transaction at one of the theme parks because she doesn't want you to mix the drinks together. Like so much control over
crazy.
And I just think it's weird not wanting to do that. And I really, really do like the TV show. Like you were saying, had it been set, which is with different characters, totally into it. Like I liked the casting better. I liked the plot was good. I was into it. I wanted to watch it. I just wish that they just would have taken the concept of, like Christian said, like the concept of Shadowhunters, but don't make this character Jace. If you're not going to follow the story along how it went.
Right.
Anyway,
we got totally sidetracked.
Are you surprised?
No, not at all. Jillian did add a little postscript. Also looking forward to the second TMI books, but also can't wait until you guys get to TDA, as that is my favorite series. But TID is my second favorite series, and you definitely did it justice. Thank you, Jillian.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
The Infernal Devices was my favorite until the last hours.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm excited.
Yep.
And I will say it a million times. My favorite book is the book I'm reading.
Right. Always.
It's, oh my God. Because I just remember all the stuff I really liked about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll feel that way during that one boring book. But I might.
2 boring books.
Okay.
Although I feel like when we do it together, it'll be different. I think it might be a little more exciting. But okay, we've got an exciting question for you guys.
Yeah.
This is from @Spy Insurance. I don't know.
Buy-ins.
Fuck, marry, kill Morty, Aloysius, or the console.
Okay,
bro,
that is dirty. You did me dirty.
Seriously.
I'm not going first. I can't.
All right, I'll go first. Okay. Ooh.
Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. I think I would fuck Morty, kill Aloysius, marry the console.
Okay.
Because I feel like the console wouldn't really pay much attention to me. And we could just be married and he would just do his own thing. Aloysius is just everything about him is disgusting. Everything. And Morty is obviously going to die early because he's an idiot.
Okay.
Which I guess if I married him, but I don't want to be involved in that.
I feel like I would fuck the console. because I could hate fuck him. And he kind of looks like a Viking.
Okay, yeah.
I would marry Aloysius and then murder him on the wedding night before we consummated the marriage, and then kill Morty. I would kill both.
Pattern as you. Agreed. Aloysius is gonna die soon. That guy is like 100.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
He's gonna croak.
But like then you have to carry on knowing people knew that you were married to that disgusting person. Although they're all disgusting. So
they all are gross.
Well, and then you could give all the stuff back. Like
that
you
is
could
true.
take all of his spoils and give them back to where they belonged because they would be yours.
He has like little price tag things labeled on them whose they were.
I would not honestly
like the date and the place.
Like a museum almost. Like
I've seen that
the
on
tag and stuff
a murder
on it.
show.
Sorry.
Yep, we can go full Killmonger and steal all the shit from the museum and give it back.
And give it back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Love it.
We love a good fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your answer, right, Robin?
Yeah, mine was the same as yours.
Okay.
The main reason being that I was gonna switch Aloysius and Morty, but I was like, no, Aloysius is gonna die soon anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if he got poisoned, number one, they wouldn't know because it's too like back in the day. They can't kill him like me, and they wouldn't question it because he's like old.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude,
absolutely.
Good thinking.
I could for sure crush up some arsenic in his evening tea.
Mm-hmm.
Or like give him an overdose of belladonna or something. I've got options.
The list is long.
Oleander, we've got this
for that.
Hmm?
Let me make you a tisane for that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Your body aches because you're 1,000,000 years old. Here you go. It's supposed to feel that way.
This person also brought up I misspoke because I referred to the Silent Brothers as immortal. They're not. They're just like immortal. Like they just live a really long time. We've never seen any of them die of natural causes. Like,
so how do we know they're not immortal? If that's the case,
it says it in there. They basically like eventually they kind of atrophy and turn to like stone, like kind of just sad. Like fade.
They just like stop moving. That's like there's like a whale or something. What is it?
I guess I don't know if they turn to stone.
Doesn't
but they
die.
Like petrify, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I have actually heard that, or I remember reading that, not heard that.
I know I looked it up, but now I don't know.
Okay.
It's in our chat, like 1,000 messages before.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was that warlocks stop aging at different rates based on who their demon parent was. Now, the reason we say early 20s or like about there is because nearly every single one of the warlocks we have met have stopped aging in their young, like super young years.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't really come up. But yes, you are correct. They age it different. So like Ragnar, I guess, is actually like around 30. He looks around 30.
That feels better.
It does feel better.
I'm gonna read this to you.
Yes.
Okay. From the Shadowhunters wiki. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It says, the runes placed on them include ones that arrest their mortality, thus prolonging their lives. Though not exactly immortal, Silent Brothers live longer than ordinary Nephilim. Despite this, some Shadowhunters do not consider the Brotherhood a desirable life. Much like their fellow immortal warlocks, Silent Brothers can also fade after centuries of living. They will merely cease to function but remain alive, and as such, many eventually be entombed alive.
Because they just stopped moving?
Yeah, so I feel
but they're still alive.
I feel like your brain becomes absorbed in the hive mind. So like your consciousness lives on in the hive mind, but your body isn't. And then
as Jem has like kind of explained a little bit in the After the Bridge short story, no spoilers for the rest of the series. This is just from that little clip. He explained that like they start to lose like parts of themselves, like as like the people that they loved die, and you know they live on past them, and they just kind of like like they just kind of
Right.
like give up a little bit.
Well,
like
when you're not communicating with those people that made you who you are for hundreds of years, potentially. Yeah.
Yeah. Feel like it's like they start to fade.
They don't sleep, they don't eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Yeah, it's totally horrifying. Nightmare fuel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eating and sleeping are my favorite things to do.
Literally my hobbies.
Yeah.
Next up, this one is from at Emma Louise Nisbet. After reading the short story, I can't help but feel that Tessa loved both Will and Jem, but I'm Team Will. So when I read the series for the first time, I was like Tessa, and clearly didn't grasp that Jem was playing the long game. I kind of feel sorry for Jem because I feel like he always knew he was on the back foot, and even now he says he's never seen a love like him, Tessa, and Will together. I feel like you can have more than one great love in your life, and it took 135 years alone for Tessa to realize that. But I mean, come on, Jem counted the days. What are your thoughts?
Sadness.
Dude.
I think Tessa did know that she had two great loves.
Yeah.
Like back in the day. I think she did know that. But she was definitely, I feel like the person she was in that time in her life was better suited to Will. And I think the person she is now is better suited to Jem. And I don't think that that's by chance. I think that's by design from the author, because it's the only way you're going to get a love triangle to work.
Right. Right.
You got to make everyone feel good about this, especially with a love triangle in a mainstream novel when this came out, and the fact that it's still technically YA. Like, those are some major hurdles to jump through in terms of like market wise. And love triangles do not, like, they don't do well, especially when you're trying to have a happy ending with both.
That's fair.
Like,
I don't necessarily see that Jem had a happy ending. I guess with the epilogue.
Yes.
Well, you obviously have more to go than we do, which we're staying with what we're staying with. But
right.
I think that, what am I trying to say? I think Tessa liked Will more back in the day, because like we were pointing out, like she's constantly thinking about him, she's still constantly talking about him, like that's number one in her mind.
Yep. Even comparing Jem to him.
Yeah, all the time. And I think that's part of like infatuation, I guess. You know, when like you feel like your first like real boyfriend or real girlfriend, your real partner, and you're like just hyped up 24/7 and you're just like infatuated. I think it was kind of like that, which obviously, a couple things back in that time, it wasn't, people didn't really date. Like you could get courted by somebody, but you're not gonna like live in an apartment with somebody and, you know, do all this other stuff. That's very taboo. So I think it's normal for people to like marry that person. And even better if the person you're marrying, you do have those like strong actual feelings for, instead of like a marriage of convenience, which probably happened more than whatever. But I think every time she spent more time with Jim, she got to know him better, and like he gained more of her heart. So I think if he could have in that time maybe lived longer, I think she wouldn't have been unhappy if Jem lived as a, I'm gonna say silent hunter. Longer. Like, let's say he had a normal chance at life. I don't think she would have been unhappy marrying Jem, because I think they really did love each other, and she would have loved him more and more and more. But I think also what you're saying, like it works out that way.
Yeah. Because she would have missed out on Will entirely. And it's always better if she can have both.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes,
you go.
Go ahead.
No, go.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like this is a good time for us to kind of break up the questions and talk about After the Bridge.
Okay, I'll jump in really quick. So I think, and this is just because, whatever, anyway, not everybody's same idea, I know, but I agree, I'm Team Will, and I don't think that Tessa actually had love, marriage feelings for Jem. I think she loved him. I think he was an amazing person, and she connected with him at another level, but I don't think that she would have been satisfied like she was with Will. Like, that was a lustful, full marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that it happened the way that it did because, you know.
What do you think about her now with Jem?
Yeah, I think you're right that she's aged and she probably, you know, and she definitely hasn't let herself, it sounds like anyway, from what we've read in that blog and stuff, that she hasn't really moved on from Will.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good puddle jumper, I guess, because obviously he's not going to live forever anymore.
Yeah.
God.
Don't say that.
I know.
Dude, so one thing I need to correct, I corrected it in the description for last week's episode. I kept calling the short story On the Bridge. It's not. It's called After the Bridge.
Oh.
Just FYI. Don't know why. I just renamed it in my head, but I did. So I've been dying to talk to you guys about this story. Okay, we will obviously not spoil anything for the future TMIs. This is just like a continuation, and it's just about them two together. Oh my God. Seriously. So when Tessa put on the fucking like old school dress.
So
like,
crazy.
Girl. That girl has been waiting.
Like she knew this day would come.
She really did.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that she had to get it from somewhere. Like, it's not hers. And it wasn't hers, right?
Right. Why didn't she keep all of her stuff? Like, but I suppose when she left after Will died, I don't think she took anything with her. Or didn't take much with her, I should say.
I didn't read it. I didn't read it. I didn't do it. I didn't read it.
Why?
I don't know. I forgot about it. And
you suck at life.
I do.
Dude.
But I do.
I'm like actually mad at you.
We are fighting
for you. I don't know what you're talking about clearly. But could she use her warlock powers to like get her own dress back? Like, because you could just take things? Just a question.
If she knew where it was, I suppose.
Or could she just like think of it in her mind and like grab it?
Right, because of who she is.
Because when like Magnus wants bagels from the shop on 5th Street, you know, he's like, oh, I want the bagels from the shop on 5th Street. This is what they look like. And they come to him. So could she just be like, I want this dress. Here's what it looks like. And if it's still in existence, she could get it.
Yeah, I guess that would depend on whether it's still, you know,
if it hasn't been destroyed or something. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Okay, Robin. Well, I'm gonna spoil it for you.
That's okay. I read the preface of it and I was like, this doesn't really seem like my cup of tea. So I'm not like super duper.
I hate you.
It, but
it's not yours. It's ours.
Right. That's fair.
Robin would have been blushing the whole time. Okay, so long story short, they're very nervous. They go to Tessa's apartment. She's all stressed out, trying to make him tea. She's fallen all over himself. He sees the dagger that she got from Will. She went and recovered after Will's death, right?
Is it like on display?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she had tried to give it to Jem, their first meeting after Will died, and he said, no, keep it for me. So she did. Okay. They go through the awkward, like, we love each other, but we both really want to bang, but like, like, how do you broach the subject, right? And so then she goes behind her little screen and she puts on like a full 1870s dress, crinoline and everything, and comes out, and he like loses his shit, and he like rips her corset off of her.
She's like, it's vintage, be careful.
Yeah. Straight up like rips her bodice. And then they bang on the floor.
Several times.
Yes.
I'm glad we clarified that.
Banging.
So one of the things that I love to think about and read Reddits about is the very huge swing and difference between Will and Jem, and the fact that Jem is a gentleman in the streets, but a freak in the sheets.
Freak in the sheets, for real.
Will is a fake freak in the streets, and the most gentlemanly, didn't even understand how a corset laced up in the sheets. So I think that's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, a little bit, Jem was nervous, and he was basically like, you've obviously done this before, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And he was basically like, I'll walk you through it, sort of thing, right? Like,
yeah. He let instinct take over. He was fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that called? The Pillow Princess?
Huh?
He was the Pillow Princess.
No, he definitely put in the work.
I was just kidding. Amanda's
oh my god, I've never heard that before. That's amazing. I love it.
You haven't?
No.
That's because it's a gay thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So I think it's very funny. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so into them together. I'm so into Jem with dark hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
that's fair.
I'm super
and
into
muscular.
It. Right?
Yeah.
I could take him sickly too.
We know you could.
We know that. And you know this, ma'am.
Yeah. Break. Oh, and then the other thing from last week, I remember I talked about, I inquired whether we thought Tessa got any strange. It is cleared up in this short story that no, she's never had eyes for anyone but Will and Jem.
Mm-hmm.
Which, whatever.
Exactly. I don't believe it. I think she's fibbing to make him feel better.
Not 100 years.
Literally. Yeah. Come on. God, it feels like it's been 100 years.
Literally.
There's cobwebs.
She's like that meme of Sophia from Golden Girls. It was Cecily. It was Cecily. 1918.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on to another question. This one is from Lake Visions. Hey guys, I just wanted to say I love your podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have read all the books, but I wanted to listen to the whole podcast in order. So I'm still on.
Sorry.
So I'm still on the episodes where you discuss City of Ashes. One of these days, I will catch up. But my contribution is your nicknames and sayings that perfectly apply to situations are amazing. SSV Tang, Brother Lover, and I'm gonna nope right out of here. Thank
what
you.
Are you pointing at?
You. Those are like basically all you. V Tang.
Like Sushi got stuck under the china cabinet, and I was like, "How can you see that?" That's funny. You were pointing right where she was at.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my god.
Did she forget how big she's gotten? How much she's
Dude.
eaten?
What?
Sushi.
She's scratching now, so I can't hear you. Sushi Carlos. Bam. She stopped.
Good.
Okay. Okay, next question.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
I just want to say that I miss CSS VTang. That is all.
Yes, same.
It was
Same.
short-lived, but I miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I miss beating, honestly.
I know. Morty was okay, but it didn't have the same ring to it as VTang.
Agreed.
He didn't have the same pizzazz. I mean, he had style.
Uh-huh.
Morty had style, but
I
he
feel
didn't
like
have
VTang
that.
is like jazz hands.
Yes. He's got the star power. He's got the X factor.
Right.
He has the golden buzzer.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, it's great.
I think we just like compounded like 4 different
Yeah.
game shows.
Yeah.
or contest shows.
I don't watch those usually because it's not entertaining to me. But sometimes I
shitty
will
now.
watch the golden buzzer stuff on like YouTube.
Mhm.
Yes. Sometimes
So-
I'll watch the compilations of like things that make me cry.
I mean, if
you
I
crying?
could. What?
You
What's that?
sounded for a second like you were crying.
Oh, cry. I wish that I could sing well. I mean, I think that's the one thing I'm like, dude, if only. But I feel some of that is just natural talent. Like your voice. Just
If I
sounds like
had
it's good.
one wish. Yeah, I don't think you can train a terrible voice like mine. You should have heard me trying to calm the baby down in the car the other day singing Twinkle Twinkle. I think Andy wanted to climb out of the moving vehicle.
He's such
Too
a good
bad.
singer.
It stopped her from crying.
He should have done it.
Yeah, I can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Yeah, me either.
I
but-
mean, I think 7th grade you disagrees.
I'm sorry, excuse you. 5th grade, 6th grade, and
Oh.
7th grade me disagree.
Please. That's correct. And I feel like Amanda can sing better than the two of us.
Oh,
I
for
don't-
sure.
I don't think
Absolutely.
so.
100%.
For sure.
No.
Okay, the next question is from at Hurricanian. I'm sorry if that's wrong.
I like that. Hurricanian.
Yeah,
I like
that works. I have read quite a few reviews of Dislike. It's my second favorite, so it's not me. For the infernal devices being too much like TMI. Can you see where they're coming from, or is it complete BS? As infernal devices are a gem, pun intended. That's the first question.
I guess I'd never really thought about it. So no, I didn't see it before.
I don't think that they're anything like TMI.
Yeah.
Hey, look. You all know I'm a creature of habit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if I feel like I've said this on the podcast before, I like the Star Trek, the Doctor Who, the whatever. So it's like they have the
Nerd.
same sort of like every episode is going to be the same for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning, issue, climax, resolution, and they all are kind of like in the same. So even if the Infernal Devices was like TMI, I would have liked it because I'm into it.
Yeah,
I
same.
think where they get the similarities, it's like a young cast, an ensemble, the same sort of like there's an evil villain
Mm-hmm.
bent on taking over the world. Like I can.
You mean
get
the
those-
genre?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was. It's kind of more like that's what a YA book is, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously, this one we got Tessa's warlock powers, which we didn't have in the other one. Which I mean, I guess Clary had powers, and Jace has powers. So I guess you could like broad stroke it that way.
I'd say maybe similar in the way that like your female protagonist like comes from the mundane world and then is,
Mhm.
whatever. Sure.
Uh-huh.
But like it's completely different like setting, completely different storyline plot, like
Well, and I feel like that's the only way really to reintroduce the story for people that are only reading that
Uh-huh.
series. So
Well,
yeah, I
guess,
didn't
like,
see it before. I
Morty
guess I
had
see
the
it where
automaton
what you guys are
army,
saying.
V-Tang had the demon army. Like I think in the broad strokes, yeah, it's similar, but not the same things happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will say they both kind of, I forgot how quickly the book ended.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was
Yeah.
a lot of build up to the big battle, and the big battle was like half a chapter.
Right.
You know, so that was a little like,
Right.
oh,
I think it more focused on the relationship than the battle.
uh-huh.
Ships, relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, and we don't have like a Jessamine character
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
or even really a Jim character, like that sort of like person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like TMI was more, the first 3 books of TMI is more, I mean, there are character stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like plot in absence of character. It's really not like that. But I think it's more plot heavy. Whereas Infernal Devices, there was plot, but it was certainly more character heavy.
Yeah.
So the feel was different.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, okay, I will say, I feel like it would have felt more if it was set in the same time frame also. Like
Mhm.
it being set
Right.
in 1800s made it made it feel fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because there's like
Gave it a whole
society
new
standards and all
perspective.
that other stuff that you have being in the way that you wouldn't have had it been 2006 or whatever.
Right.
Right. Fully agree. Same submitter. Next question. How excited, if at all, are you for the remainder of TMI?
Yeah.
Oh, listen.
Robin's legit yawning.
No, it's because it's 10 and I am in my mid 30s. So
Yep.
anyway, I will say this. Again, I don't know why I need to always repeat myself. You know by now. I read these books forever ago. I've read them multiple times, but everything kind of flows together at this point. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you would have told me to pick out what happened in each book of the Infernal Devices, I wouldn't have been able to do that before we just did this reread. So there were things that happened in the second half of TMI that I thought were going to happen in this half of
Yeah.
TMI, and we didn't get to them. And I really liked them. I think there is one plot that drags on that to me is like kind of but
Yep.
all the sub character I think do great, and I'm really excited for that. I'm excited for not the main, but the ensemble cast to have their moments and stuff, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like where I was starting to kind of be over Jason Clary in the last set, I feel like this sort of shows them in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I agree. I mean, they're very long, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm also excited because I agree. Same thing with Robin. I forgot that some stuff, like she just said something and I was like, oh, was that at the end or was that in this? Or, I don't remember any of it. So I just don't talk about it.
Yeah, I think I remember the last half of TMI being a lot more bland than it was, because I did not recently, like 2020, like late 2020, I reread all of them. So like, but I remember it kept my attention enough for me to like blow through the last 3 books in like, a week. So
I will say, I think reading through them with the purpose of finishing them to move on to the next. Like if that's your goal, like I'm gonna dig in, I'm gonna finish this, I'm gonna hit every single TMI book Shadowhunter Chronicles book, and I'm gonna read them in order and I'm gonna dig in. I could see that being like, are we done yet?
And that's exactly what I'm
yet? Yeah. Not yet. That I could see it being like that, but in enjoying the book for the book.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a big proponent. I don't know why I said that. That's not the right word. Anyway, every single book that Cassie writes is better than the last one, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think they all get better. The writing's better, the plot's better, the characters are more developed. Mm-hmm. You're getting deeper into the surface of things. I think each book is better than the next. As you flex your writing muscle, it gets better. So I think taking the books, enjoying them for the books being the books, and not just trying to move on to the next thing, Because my favorite book, I think, is Ghost of the Shadow Market. And I didn't want to read it because I was like, I just want to get to the last hours. And Kristen's like, I will literally kill you. You will die. You're not allowed to do that. And so when I went into it, I'm like, I just got to get through this. I just got to get through it. And I was having kind of a hard time with it. And then when I was just like, the story started to come out and I could just enjoy the book for being a book, it's my favorite book. So I think if we take that time, slow down, enjoy each, book for what it has to offer, I think I'm excited. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm excited. I'm certainly excited for the next one, the 4th TMI book. City of something that I can't remember.
They're literally in the cabinet right behind me. I could climb over this gigantic chair and look. But I'm just thinking of how long it's going to take us to get through them. How many damn chapters are in those? Maybe we'll have to combine them. I don't know.
They get progressively longer.
Yeah.
As we go.
City of
By the time we get to TDA, they're like so fucking long.
Okay.
They're like 600 pages each.
Jeez.
More, actually. I think like 750 pages each.
Crazy.
It doesn't feel like it if it makes you feel
it doesn't. Well, no, because TDA is like,
okay,
it's next level. It really is next level. I've got Chain of Iron right here. I'm just going to check and see how many pages this is, because now I have to know. This one's 650.
Well, now I have to know, because Heavenly Fire is probably the longest out of this one, right?
Probably, because that's the last one.
Okay, here I go.
There's like City of Fallen Angels. I love it.
And then City of Lost Souls is the middle book.
Okay. So
okay.
Lost Souls. I think this is Fallen Angels, but I think my kid tore it in half because he's muscles. Okay. Muscles. Yeah, he goes like this. Okay. So, oh no, this just doesn't have a cover. Why aren't there page numbers? Oh, because that's another story. 424 in Fallen Angels.
Oh, not bad.
Lost Souls. This one's not terrible looking either. 534.
Okay.
And the big boy. I don't know why it's a boy. Yeah. 725.
Okay, yeah. She had to wrap it up.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm excited for a lot of the things that happen, and I think us reading it together and discussing it chapter by chapter will not feel as like, oh yeah, like,
Well, and if something's going slow, obviously we can decide at the time if we're gonna kind of speed it up. They went on a walk instead of 17 pages about the grass or whatever.
You're really good at that. So.
All right, next question. Who is your favorite character?
Not a fair question.
That's fair. Unfair.
Why is that not a fair question?
Who's your favorite character, Kristen?
Jem.
Wait, hold on. Is this your favorite Infernal Devices character or your favorite character?
Yeah, because I don't know all the characters yet, obviously.
As of right now, where we are in the books, Jem has overtaken Alec. We'll see if Alec gets his spot back, his rank back.
Okay.
He does, spoiler alert. He does.
He does. I was going to say, I remember the first episode you said it was Alec, like our first episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I do remember that. I think I said mine was Simon, and I take that back. Clear.
I think you said yours is Mark.
Because we ruined everything for you by reading TMI. Because Amanda ruined Simon.
I mean, somebody had to do it, so
it had to be done, you guys.
She ripped off our rose-colored glasses.
She's throwing up red flags.
Yeah.
She's like, yellow card, red flag. Okay, so if we're doing that, I think mine's probably Jim too.
Jim.
What?
Or Will. Jim or Will. I can't.
What?
I just can't decide.
Okay. I think mine might be Cecily.
Okay.
Ooh.
We don't get much of her, but gosh, I love her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jim. I decided it's Jim. There's a lot of times when I was just like, come on, Will. Come on, Will. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you're like rereading this again.
Mm-hmm.
Has your favorite downworlder switched, or is it still the same, like your favorite downworlder class? Not class. I'm
Choose
just
your
sorry,
character.
D&D brain.
Look.
I don't remember mine.
I know that at one point you're like, ooh, maybe a fairy, and we're like, maybe not.
Right.
Warlock all day, every day, baby.
I think so.
Look, I think this is what I like. It would be like if somebody was like, hey, lady, like I said, you get to be a downworlder, and I have my family that I have now, I would pick werewolf.
Same.
Person/wolf, if you will. Sorry, didn't mean to say that.
How dare you?
But if I was like, Cher, I could turn back time.
Okay.
I could turn back.
I was thinking, I think we're alone now, and that was not right.
I would say warlock.
Yeah, I agree. Same.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't leave my family, but
sorry, let me talk over you.
No, what were you saying?
Amanda.
No, you said especially. I was done.
But I didn't hear what you said.
I don't remember. I couldn't leave my family, I think is what I said.
Okay.
But if I never knew who they were and that they existed, I'd be cool.
Well, and I think Tessa's obviously the rare exception, and Magnus had a troubling upbringing, and the ambiguity of how old he is makes that whatever which way, to where obviously he's between 400 and 900 years old. We never get an actual where it's like, she's a witch, burn her. Like, that's more difficult to like grow up in that, especially like with horns or whatever you have. But for the most part, it's like if you're born and you know you're a warlock, then you would just really, I think, try to forge relationships with other people that are immortal. And then when you're able to be emotionally mature enough to have relationships with people that live in the mortal world and do that, then I think you would be able to be a little more guarded over it, instead of, someone like Tessa who grew up and it was just like, hey, shy surprise, guess what?
You're never gonna die, bitch.
Okay, so if someone like tapped me on the shoulder and was like, hey, I can make you a warlock right now by Shadowhunter rules, like we'll just like reverse engineer this stuff or whatever, 100% I'm into it. I don't have the same problem with my family that you guys do, because my daughter would really be into being a vampire and I could make that happen as a warlock.
Right. Fair.
That's fair.
So I'd be like, babe, it's you and me. Let's go.
Right. Forever. Legit.
Because my kid would like literally jump on that in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Or not a heartbeat, because she'd be a vampire.
Undead heartbeat.
An undead.
Yeah.
And
her last
trick
heartbeat
to make her a daylighter.
Right. Yeah.
She doesn't want to go out in the day. You've met my child, you know.
This is fair.
She is literally like made to be a vampire.
Right. That's great. Oh gosh.
That's fair. I guess I didn't think about that. I could just make all my family members get bitten.
Right. I mean, I'd still give her the choice, but I just know what her choice would be.
Right.
Right. I mean, clearly, like, you would just like get to your favorite age. You want to be old enough where you can like go out. You don't want to be like a 6-year-old vampire.
Creepy. We don't need any Kirsten Dunst interview with the vampire bullshit. No.
No, thank you.
Oh god.
And then we can just do it. Because I feel like if I was a vampire, I would make you guys vampires if you wanted to be vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What is happening to my screen right now?
Oh no. Oh.
I was becoming an angel.
Listen, I know this is never going to happen, but like, if it ever does, if I am ever dying and you have the option to turn me into a vampire and you have this moral dilemma of like, would she want it? Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yes.
Now it's on record.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. This will hold up in a court of law.
Yeah.
It will absolutely.
It's even on video.
Final question, for something to think about, do you all have plans for when you inevitably catch up? We haven't talked about it.
We have talked about it several times.
Oh, we have?
Yeah, other podcasts.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Duh. I mean, we've talked about trying to do it now because it's good timing, like in the world for us.
There's lots to talk about.
Yeah. Welcome. We've talked about doing a mom podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't have any time.
I mean, we wouldn't be giving advice or anything. It would just be
bitching.
We would definitely be giving advice.
Bitching.
You know, we would be giving advice.
Oh, we could do those. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole?
Yes,
ones. Those are good.
I'm totally into that.
Love it.
Getting all the.
Yeah.
Even if we tried not to give advice, you know, we would end up giving advice.
I mean, it would be bad advice, clearly. Maybe not.
Absolutely. I mean, in some
we
instances,
have so much experience. Yeah. It'd be good advice.
That is true. It'd be mostly good. Probably coming from Robin. Hers is really thought through.
Yeah.
Mine's just off
I'd be like, do it. Be a whore. Yeah. That meme. The old lady was like, do it.
I like it when it's Kermit.
Yeah.
Like he's shrouded in. Yeah.
I mean, we've also talked about, I think, making extra episodes for like the show and the movie and stuff. So we can also add some of that stuff on.
Well, and we have also talked about doing like a Patreon and doing like reactions to the show or whatever over there. So then we wouldn't have to worry about editing, which is really the biggest hurdle for that stuff. But
yeah,
we don't know. We really like this time, this like forced time where we get to like hang out.
Yeah.
Well, we could also do a different book series. I just don't know which one. Because like I think we've been overdone this before. Like when we sat down, like originally I was like, oh, we should do a Harry Potter podcast. There's like 1,000 of them. That's not.
We could do like Dr. Seuss.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. There's just nothing more to talk about it that somebody hasn't already. Your idea is not a novel idea when you're talking about it. Like it literally every single thing that you can think of somebody has said already.
Right.
So crazy. People are that. I mean, obviously it's popular. It's just crazy.
I think we are interesting enough that we could hold up a podcast on our own.
Doesn't have to have a topic.
Yeah.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me for just a moment. My cat is being an asshole, Magnus. So
okay.
Sushi already had the zoomies. If you could hear her, like everywhere. I had to confiscate this from her. She was playing.
What is it? A ball?
I don't know.
Come inside.
Come on. A piece to a board game. A small
You
trinket.
just get scratched.
Where is Kristen in her house?
I'm in my.
You're in your what?
I'm in my bedroom.
Why have I never seen this part of your bedroom?
So all of this is from out in my office, and I brought it in here for my
awesome
for my background.
Okay.
And then I turned my computer to face the wall.
Is that the Jimenez IKEA dresser?
Of course it is.
Absolutely.
Love it. I got one for Cassie a couple years ago. Love it.
My child also came downstairs and got bread out of the pantry, so you also heard that. So
Yep. This is life, and
Yeah.
We're not editing. This is just how it's gonna be.
This is us. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm in the room that my son calls daddy's room because it's his office. And upstairs is mommy's room.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I made them go to bed and I took over the downstairs. This is not normal.
Anyway, sorry, I had to know where you were.
So you're thinking like basically just the chit chat extended.
Well, and like we could come with like topics, but like you don't have to write a script. Just like a topic of conversation.
That sounds amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Maybe someday. Maybe next year when my kids are a little older and sleeping. Because like they don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. This question is from @Labella. Nope. No, Labella Iman. Labella Iman.
Label. Nope.
Either Label Layman or Labella Iman. Not sure which.
I like Label Layman.
Maybe it's a capital I.
Huh?
Capital I. No, that I wouldn't look like that.
Labella Iman?
Oh, that's
Amon.
Yeah. There you go. Amon. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for writing in.
This, you know what? That sounds about white.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Very sorry.
Very sorry.
So, I'm still catching up and on the beginning of Clockwork Princess, but this has been so fun. I'm rereading along with the podcast, so I love hearing a discussion about what I'm reading. I'm really surprised you guys haven't discussed the Easter eggs Cassie sprinkled in, like the demon woman on Benedict. His lap was Lilith, the woman with snake eyes. And the JG, which is that Jessamine carved in her cell, was the same that Jace saw when he was in the Silent City. Yeah.
Not even for a second did I notice any of that shit. That's so cool.
I did know those things. I feel like I wasn't sure, and it didn't, like, when I was reading them, it registered, but when we were like rereading back, I don't think it.
I think the thing for me is I thought it was Jessamine Lovelace, and I know it wasn't. It was Gray.
Right.
It was Gray, and so that totally makes. But it just in the moment, I wasn't thinking about it. And to me, I'm always so trying to be so concerned that I don't spoil stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like I can't again, and I just said I can't remember what I read. And I did not know. I didn't pick up the Lilith thing. I did not. That zoomed over my head.
That I definitely caught.
Ooh.
But yeah, I don't.
And I remember talking about the cell and seeing the stuff in the cell, either to you off air on one of the other episodes or something.
I think I remember talking about it too. I'm pretty sure. So I'm sure we did.
Not putting that together. So.
Yeah. But I think it came up in TMI before we knew about Jessamine, so I don't think we could talk about it. Yeah.
And I guess we caught some plot stuff, but if you ever Easter eggs and stuff, send them to us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally.
I love it.
So into it.
Me too.
Okay, our last question. Robin, will you please do this one? She specifically asked Robin to say her name because Robin would be able to do it.
Oh, great.
She said it's the Spanish pronunciation.
I didn't read ahead and I didn't practice it. So give me a minute. I'm going to say Tanya is the first name. Gerardo Carrasco is my guess.
I am sure you're right.
Or
Amazing.
guess. That's the best I could read because vowels make different sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And
language is confusing.
Language is hard.
Yeah.
And you're totally on the spot.
Yeah, right?
Call me Johnny.
Okay, so if you go back to the dream before Tessa met Jem, and then there's an emoji heart, it described a boy that got taken away by the smoke. I think this is sort of a premonitory dream about Tessa and Jem's relationship, and also that, as it is said in Clockwork Princess, Tessa understands Jem's music, and she even did before meeting him. In a way, the dream is saying they are destined for each other, but that they will be separated by darkness until someone wakes up. It may be a bit of a stretch. So this
I
is
think it's beautiful.
I think it's beautiful too. That dream that Tessa had when she was asleep in the Institute for the first time, and then she woke up to hear his music. And I'm like, that is some good ass foreshadowing.
Seriously.
I'm into
like a tarot reading.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
I like it.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's headcanon now.
100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and we all know the first rule about
dreams.
Claire Club.
Yeah.
Oh. Dreams always matter. They always mean something more.
They always mean something. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I really like that.
These were great questions.
I know.
They were. Thank you guys so much. This is for
Yeah.
sure the most response we've gotten for any of our wrap-up episodes. That's really exciting for us.
Yeah, and they're so thoughtful, the questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know actors or actresses very well.
Uh-huh.
I don't know names. I don't know what people look like. I don't spend a lot of time consuming media that way because I don't have time. I would if I did.
Because you keep watching all of the Star Trek.
Sabrina.
The same shit. You're like my daughter.
But pick two people to do a dream cast of the Infernal Devices. Two characters, two whatever. This person has to be this person.
Oh gosh.
And tell me who the actor, actress is and who they're playing. And that's really hard for me because I don't know anybody's names or anything.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm asking you.
It's hard too because I don't know young
Magnus,
people.
Because that's like a cop out.
Right. Fair.
Because he's the only Harry, right? Harry Shrum Jr. What's his name?
Oh, uh-huh.
He's the only person that can play Magnus. Right? Like that was like beautiful. I wept.
I did really love Godfrey, but yeah, I agree. Like in terms of like the essence of Magnus, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, this is so hard.
I mean, all I watch is like Dateline. I don't know. It's real people. So, okay, I feel like the main, and this is probably just because it's the genre basically, but someone I feel like would have to go into it is the guy, I know his real name somewhere in my brain, but the guy that plays 4 on Divergent.
Oh, Tobias.
Is that his name? Yes.
Something
with a G or something. Anyway, he's really hot, so he could be anybody in my book.
I don't care.
I mean, he doesn't totally match anyone's description really, but I feel like he could be like a Jace or a Will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is really hard because
it is.
I have to like think about teenagers and I'm
exactly.
Like, I don't know, teenage stars. What the hell?
Pretend like okay, this movie is cast when I was this age. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
You can do that. I'm fine. I'll let you do that. Why am I sitting like that?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. I put on my MTV shirt And it was like guaranteed Robin's wearing a Metallica shirt in my head. Here we are.
Here we sit.
Here we are.
Okay, well, Robin, you came up with a question, so you might have an answer.
I preface this by saying I don't know people. I do feel like I would love to see a David Tennant Henry.
Okay.
Oh.
I do feel like I would like that.
I don't feel like he's goofy enough.
He is, absolutely.
Is he? Okay.
He can be, for sure.
Okay.
He will always be my doctor.
I've said this 1,000 times. He's my doctor, but I liked Matt Smith's like plot points better. And even Peter Capodelli, like, that was so like the plot was so good. So good. Anyway, I feel like he would be a good Henry.
I'm on my Google machine.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Google, like, what are you Googling though? Like teenage actors.
Yeah. I'm looking specifically for somebody.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Because I don't know his name and I need to find him.
Could you imagine?
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Okay, a young. Wait, where's his name? I clicked on his picture, but I don't have his name. He's the guy who plays Jason on The Good Place.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Because I would be into him for Gem.
Oh yeah. Okay. I loved him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
Okay,
awesome.
how
the
about
jawline for me?
Okay. How about this dude from Stranger Things as maybe
Steve.
Alec?
Steve?
Joe Keery.
Yeah, I love him, but no.
Really? I don't know. I feel like he fits perfectly how I imagine Alec, actually.
I really like Matthew Daddario as Alec. I stand that. I do.
Yeah.
I stand it.
Okay.
Same. Okay, so that would be my Gem.
Oh, but could you imagine Maya Hawke playing Tessa?
Who is that?
She's from Stranger Things also.
Yeah. That's Robin from Stranger Things.
I didn't watch it.
She's Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter.
She's cute.
Yes.
Okay, what about, I don't have any idea who this kid is, but he looks like he would be a perfect Jace. Alexander Ludwig? Nope, that's a dude. That's an adult. This is a teenager. He's literally in front of a Nickelodeon sign.
Alexander Ludwig, he's great on Vikings. He was a great Cato in the Hunger Games. I could list off
I guess that is his
filmography. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
him?
way hotter now.
I mean,
like
look
our
even
age.
how he's dressed. He looks just like a Jace.
Now that he's an adult.
He was born in 92, it says.
Okay.
So, I guess that's not that young anymore, is it?
No, I guess it's only 4 years younger than me. So he's 30.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
painful.
For Tessa, I do have a lady. What is her name? Hold on. This is how we do it. By Googling people and trying not to be creepy in my Googles because I can't say like young girl actress. I don't like that.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of The Good Place, what's her name?
Who? Janet?
Oh my god, dude, I love her.
Seriously.
Am I still scrolling for this chick?
Kristen
Where is she?
Bell.
Who would Kristen Bell play?
Charlotte.
Oh, Kristen Bell for sure could play Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's very small.
I'd be good with Caitlin Dever, as Tessa. I'd be okay with her as Tessa. She's been in a million things. She was in Booksmart.
I
Oops.
Googled her.
And that like
Last
limited series, Unbelievable, I think.
Oh, I really liked. Yeah. Okay.
And then for Cecily, I know you only said two. I know you only said two, but hold on, I gotta find her. Come on. This is just a lot of silence because we're Googling.
I love the internet.
Oh, India Joy Easley for Cecily.
What did you say?
India Joy Easley, Eisley.
Okay. Secret Life of
Okay.
the American Teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I could see that. I like that.
See, we should be in charge of casting.
Yeah. Well, and as much as I like Kristen Bell as an idea for Charlotte, like she's definitely aged out of that role.
Yeah.
So Zoe Deutsch would make a great Charlotte. I think she has like the very dainty, small features that would lend well to Charlotte.
Okay.
But
I don't know who any of these people are.
I'm just Googling it. I'm saying
Me too.
Oh, and Zendaya. She's hot right now.
Oh, she could play anyone.
Right. Yeah.
She's such a good actress.
Dude, I
don't have a character
Euphoria.
set for. Ooh, could you imagine her Sophie?
Ooh.
Or even Tessa. I would like her as Tessa, even.
Yeah.
She could just play everybody.
I cannot wait until we can do fan casting for the Infernal Device, or not the Infernal. We just talked about that. TDA.
I mean, this should be part of our wrap up from now on, and we could come prepared.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree. That sounds like a plan.
Awesome.
Real quick before we wrap things up, something has been weighing on me and my mind, and I've literally lost sleep over this. Last week, I recommended a book to you guys. Okay. And I need to fix that. Okay.
Retract.
I need to adjust. I am editing the recommendation. Okay. I said highly recommend. That is a lie. I was coming off the ending of the first book where I really enjoyed the ending of the first book. And I was on a little bit of a high because of like what had happened right at the end.
The dopamine was high.
Uh-huh. And I literally said highly recommend, and that is not true. It is a solid 3.5.
Okay. It's a big change.
It was a little slow to start. And upon reflection and then also reading the second book, yeah, it was just, it's a little too plotty. A little too plotty. There needs to be some more character development. The reason I say that is because I like the villains of this story more than I like the protagonist, and that's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Like by a lot. Like I'm
crazy
rooting for the villains to win.
Awesome.
I was just talking to you about how I need to finish that Court of whatever.
ACOTAR?
Yeah. Because I started listening to it last December and I still haven't finished it because I just wasn't that into it.
The first book's trash. We've talked about this on the podcast. You just got to push through it because it has information that you need for the rest of the books, which is, but like I could give you the Cliff Notes version if you want.
I mean, I feel like I'm close. halfway maybe, so I should just do it.
It does pick up. Like there is interesting things that happen.
Well, if you're listening to it, just throw it on while you're working.
Yeah.
You'll get the important stuff.
I can't tell if I like the main character or not. I don't know if I like her.
You don't.
That's obviously not what we're talking about. I'm so sorry. Tangent City. Anyway.
I feel like there's probably a lot of crossover.
Okay, so anybody have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. We've decided our next book is Red Scrolls of Magic.
Yay!
I almost didn't say that appropriately. And we're going to try to do a chapter each. So this next episode for next week, we're going to do chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. I didn't write down the names of the chapter because
I didn't either.
You got the numbers. You know math. At least a 3.
We can't.
There's no prologue, so
that I'm looking at the chapter list. So there we go. Part 1, chapter 1, Collision in Paris. Chapter 2, Stars Spell Your Name. Chapter 3, The Crimson Hand. Okay. We can't guarantee you that we will keep up with that momentum. If the episodes get to be like 2 hours long, I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to us for 2 hours. So we'll cut back. But we're hoping to maybe be a little more concise and do a little more
discussing
about the story and discussing instead of regurgitating.
Yes.
So we'll just see how it goes. I also do like regurgitating stuff because when I listen to a podcast and I'm rereading, that's what I personally like. But I'm not everybody in the world, so I don't know if you know that. I mean,
it's our constant struggle,
right?
I have done that. So anyway, that's the plan for next week. No promises that this is a long term. We're not making a long term commitment here.
Right. Just come prepared for next week. Issues. That's it. Yeah. 1 week at a time.
And obviously, constructive feedback is always appreciated. So if we do it and you're like, I don't like this, just let us know.
Yeah. Indeed.
All right. Well, for behind the scenes content and the latest updates, check us out on Instagram. For behind the scenes content and latest updates, check us out on Instagram at Downworld or Just Podcast.
I'm leaving it in.
I forgot what I was saying. I was gonna say something about Robin because she commented about not posting and that I lost what I was saying. So anyway, check us out, you guys.
Be there or be square.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.